On the left, bounce on the right. Two of them together, man, I watch me all night. Don't on the ground, me make it bounce, what a sight.
First ever YouTube video. Yeah. Been thinking about starting a YouTube channel for a while, but I'm just kind of like, what do I put on there? So I'm just going to put everything. Today we are talking all about titties, breasticles, melons.
What you gonna do with all that junk? All that junk
Fun
inside your trunk?
bags.
I'ma get you drunk.
Oh my god. It's about my operation. I had so many requests to do a video on this. So like little tips and tricks of things that you forget or you might want to do before and after surgery. I've got a list because there's so many things. This is going to be so helpful for girls because I feel like people tell you the important things, but no one tells you like the little nitty gritty things that like just really piss you off. So I'm going to put them all into this video, and so you guys are ready and prepared for your surgery. First things first, do your research. Do your research. Find the best surgeon that is suited to you, that makes you feel comfortable. Try not to stress in the lead up to your operation. Choosing the right surgeon. There's a fly flying around. I can see him. Choosing the right surgeon is what's going to make you feel comfortable and not stressed. When you first get your surgery, the day after and like 2 days after, you're like, this is me now. Like, this is what my life is. I can't move. Like, you literally feel like you are going to be like that way forever. But it does get better every single day. Pre-surgery, so a few things to do and to have ready before surgery. Shave or wax all the things. This is one mistake that I made, and I did not shave my legs the morning of, and day 3, this is what I was dealing with. Attractive. Also, you do obviously need to shave or wax the pits because you cannot do this movement for like at least a week. So it's good if you get laser because then you're not going to have that problem. But I don't get laser anymore, so I had that problem. Exfoliate your face and your chest. Actually, just exfoliate your whole body, but mainly your face and your chest. The reason why I say this is you don't actually realize how much skin like you lose every time that you wash your face. And because you can't lift your arms up really, over like 2 or 3 days, my skin was just like so dry and just like disgusting. And same with my chest as well. So just really exfoliate the days before. I know these things might sound a little bit vain, but to a girl who hasn't had their boobs done before and they still want to feel like semi-human after, like this is really going to help you, okay? So just do it. Wash your hair. Wash your hair the morning of or the night before. I honestly think the best thing to do would be to put it in a braid because you literally look homeless like a couple of days after. And so if your hair is like at least nice and neat, then you feel a bit better. These are all things to just make you feel better that I wish that I did, because obviously like my mum, she put my hair up, bless her. It wasn't the best, but it was okay. Food prep all your meals. I am so glad that I had my mum to do this for me. I did go over to her house with a lot of my meals prepped, but obviously I ran out quite quickly and mum recooked them for me. But if you have prepped meals, it's so much easier because you don't have someone there all the time, you can just literally grab it out of the fridge rather than trying to make yourself something to eat because you can't really move. So I also got Panadol Osteo. This one doesn't thin your blood, and it was good to have that there because a couple of days after my surgery, when I was feeling like a little bit of pain, but I didn't want to take a painkiller because I knew that it would knock me out. I'm glad that I had the option there to go between the two. I'm not a doctor or anything. I'm just a realist, you know what I'm saying? Girls who haven't had an operation before, you might be thinking, oh, but I've heard of these girls in Thailand that go out shopping and stuff the next day and they're out. Yes, some girls can do that. I am a bit of a pussy. I was in quite a bit of pain, so you need to have someone there with you. You need to have someone there with you to help sit you up because you cannot sit up by yourself. I needed my mum to even flush the toilet, to help me pull up my pants. I went and stayed at my mum's house because she had a bath, and it's ideal that you have a bath because I did have drains as well. Some people don't have drains, some do. I didn't the first time, but when I got them done this time, I did have the drains. Easier to have someone there who is going to be there the whole time and help you out wherever you need, and someone that's not going to get cranky or frustrated with you, because the last thing you need is to feel like you're pissing someone off. So when I came out of surgery, my body is so used to me drinking like 5 liters of water a day and having to fast for the operation. I hadn't had water from the night before, so my body was obviously already dehydrated, and when I woke up I was really dizzy and stuff. They did have to put me on a fluid drip thing, whatever you call that, just to get more fluid into my body. They wouldn't let me go before that, which was really good. My dad went and got me some Hydralyte for when I got home, so he got me the Hydralyte ice blocks and also their tablets as well. And I found having the ice blocks there, because you do feel like a little bit sick, I guess, when you get home, having like frozen ice blocks that were also hydrating you as well, they were really good to have at home. So I definitely recommend getting some Hydralyte for when you get home. Make sure you keep up your fluids. After your operation, you are going to be holding so much fluid. And I mean, everyone is so different. I honestly was holding so much fluid. I felt so shit. So one of the main things to get rid of fluid is to up your fluids. So make sure you drink a lot of water. I know that it is hard when you do feel yuck to drink lots of water. So I was putting in my EEAs, my BCAs from ASN Southport as well. I was just putting half a scoop of my amino acids in there. These ones are Bodyguard. These, honestly, and everyone who I've recommended these to have come back and said, oh my god, you are not lying. This is strawberry flavor and it tastes like strawberry Chupa Chups. Like, it is so good. If you are depriving yourself of things that your body needs when it's trying to recover, it's going to take longer to recover. So make sure you definitely stay hydrated. This one I did not think of until I went to have a drink. I literally could not lift my arms and I was like, okay, I need a drink, but I can't reach my mouth. So luckily Mum's got everything at her house, and she had straws and she had like one of those drink bottles that you just can suck through. So definitely get like a sippy cup or have some straws, because you honestly can't like drink, have your arm up and tilt your head back. It's so hard. They will tell you this before your surgery, but make sure you continue with having it after, is loose clothes that zip up the front or button up at the front. When you come out of surgery, you really do need something that's really loose fitting, especially like pants I was silly enough to wear tights. I don't know why. I was trying to be fashionable, I'm not sure. But I wish I had like baggy pants or track pants. And you're gonna need that probably for the next, I'd say, week. Make sure you have like 10 pillows. That's not even an over exaggeration. 10 pillows, because you need to like build a fortress for you to sleep on, because you have to sleep like 45-degree angle. You know the neck pillows that you take on a plane with you? That was like the best thing ever. That was like the best thing ever, because like your head's just like literally really comfortable in that. So get a neck pillow if you haven't already got one. Because you're going to be sleeping on a 45-degree angle for days, I honestly found that my tailbone was more painful than my actual boobs, because you've got so much pressure like on that back side of you, that I found that my tailbone was swollen, like around my tailbone, my lower back was all swollen. Before it got to that point, like before it got to the swelling, I was putting a heat pack on my lower back, and then ice packs on my boobs. So have a heat pack, ice packs, just to put on your lower back as well. The ice packs are good if it does get swollen. Just kind of reduces the swelling a little bit. Like it got that swollen that I was like, my back was like back bum. Like there was no back bum. It was like, I'll show you actually. I've got a, I did take a photo because I was like, oh my God, this is forever.
Back bum, back bum.
I was getting so bored. So make sure that you have a lot of phone data, or you're in Wi-Fi, or you have like Netflix, movies to watch, series to watch, books, magazines, like have as much like entertainment stuff that you can do while you're just sitting there, because you get so bored. This one's gonna sound so stupid, but have an extension lead, because I can guarantee you're gonna be on your phone a whole lot. And like if you have a power board next to your bed or next to the couch and like it doesn't quite reach there, because you know how the Apple ones are like really short and annoying, have an extension lead so that you don't have to like kind of lean off to the side to be on your phone. Have it so you can have it like right in front of you, so you're like really comfortable. I know that's a really weird one, but I was like, Mom, get me the extension lead. Okay, so I can guarantee you that majority of people that do go under anesthetic will not go to the toilet. It is so annoying. I think the first time I didn't go to the bathroom for 5 days, and because you're already feeling so bloated and fluidy, not going to the bathroom is so uncomfortable as well. Like you want to make sure that your body's working and stuff like that. So this time I was prepared. Again, I'm not a doctor. Always check with your doctor if you can take these things. This is something that you don't have to buy over the counter. You can just get it from Flannery's. Don't overdo it. Only have the serving suggestion, because otherwise you'll be on the toilet too much. But it is a colon cleanse. You can mix it in with a little bit of juice. I think it helps activate it. I mixed mine in with my protein and greens, because it does taste like shit if you don't mix it in with anything. Get that one, because it'll help you shit. Okay. It's really important that you do keep up your fiber to help move everything along. What I found was really, really good for me was having my Super Greens powder, just to make sure that I was getting all my servings of vegetables. I was having like a shake every single day, because I just felt like you do feel really groggy and just yuck. And I was having like ice with my protein powder. I was putting my greens in there and a banana, and it was just really nice to have a shake in the mornings if I didn't really feel like eating or whatever. So This is the protein I was having while I was recovering. It's a vegan protein. It's by Evolve. It's from ASN at Southport, and it's a pea protein. So this is the one that I was having, and I was just doing a scoop of that, and I was mixing it with my green machine. Something different this time to last time. I had the drains this time. So last time I didn't have any drains. This time I did. And I'm glad that I did, because the amount of stuff that comes out is not nice. That's another reason why you need someone there, because you actually have to pump the stuff through the drains into the bags, and like you can't physically would not be able to push it yourself. So but yeah, it is a bit gross. Like they come out of here, so they're like attached, they go into your boob under here. Oh, here's a good example. Ugh. They're probably only about as thick as this, like your iPhone thing. So it goes in here and it comes out here, gets sticky taped to you, and then it opens up into like a fatter tube, like it's probably about this. And then yeah, so all your stuff gets drained out and it goes down into the bigger tube, and then you've got like the bag on the end of it with the pump. And we had to pump mine through every 4 hours, and you just keep track of like how much like blood and stuff is. I know it's gross, but that's just what happens. Yeah, of how much stuff comes out. And then when I went back for my first checkup, they switched the bags over. I actually had to have the drains in for 2 days longer than what I thought, and that's just because I was having a little bit more blood. Like one of them was bleeding a little bit more. That was because a lot more work was done on this side, because that's the one that really dropped and was out of shape, and I had to get all restitched and stuff. So I did have a lot of internal stitching done. So having the drains, it does weigh you down a little bit, not physically, but like mentally, because you're carrying these things and you just feel like, yeah, you just feel really like shitty with carrying bags of blood next to you. So it's only for a couple of days. After 4 days after my drains were out, I started to do really slow paced walks just around my mum's complex. Walking around the house is so much different to walking outside. Like I could definitely feel them like moving a lot more. It's a lot more uncomfortable. So just keep it really slow paced. You're not really allowed to do much. I don't think you're allowed to do light training, like body weight training, for about 4 weeks. Oh my God, 4 weeks. So I've been doing a fasted walk in the morning and then a walk in the afternoon, just to keep my body moving. Okay. Mentally, I felt so down, and I'm not gonna lie. Okay, if you're getting them done for the first time, you're probably like, yeah, I get new titties, woo, like, but for me, it was more of like a pain in the ass to get them redone, because I only had my other ones for 5 years, and really I shouldn't have had to have had them done for another 5 years, but unfortunately things happened, and I had to get them redone. So for me, it's more of like an inconvenience, and I had to get them redone. So I was just kind of like, ugh. I am so thankful for my mum being there. I could not have done this without her. She literally did everything for me. Like, I just appreciated it so much. Like, you really do need that person there for you. When you do get your boobs done for the first time ever, if you've got like smaller boobs now, or like medium-sized boobs, when you do come out of surgery, the first thing that you're going to notice when you look at them, depending on the size that you go, like if you don't go like massive, obviously if you don't have much of a boob, you're not going to be able to go massive straight away. But if you're just getting them for like a bit of fullness, the first thing you're going to notice is you're going to be like, they're small. They look small. And the reason for that is because when you see the implant out of your boob and you're like looking at it and you're like, this is the size that I want, it looks so big, like in your hand, and you're like, oh, I'm a bit scared. When that goes in your body, you're obviously it's sitting behind like your breast tissue and sometimes behind your muscle as well, and it does look a lot smaller when you first get them done. And another reason for that is because you're so swollen here and like down in your stomach and stuff that it just, you don't really have much shape here. It kind of just goes like this and then like fullness, and you just, I don't know, it just feels like quite puffy, and they don't look nice. I found when I first got mine done, they looked really square, so like under here was like really square and like here square, and I was like, oh my god, I have square titties, like this is really fucked up. But it just takes a little bit of time. Like for me, it took about a week, and then the swelling and the fluid started to go down, and now I can obviously see like the definition and stuff, which I love. But don't freak out when you first look at them. Like honestly, it takes like 6 months for them to drop like properly, but I guarantee you'll probably love them about, really love them about 2 weeks after, because you're still like, the skin's still kind of like pulled really tight. It's like they look a bit shiny and they look a bit like a little bit porn starry. You don't necessarily want that look, but like I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop right there. I don't want to look like a porn star. Okay. There's also this tape that you can get. I haven't got it this time, but I had it last time, and I'm going to try and find it, because once, like, I've still got like my I've got my bra on now, but like I've still got all my bandages on underneath here, because that's obviously where they did the incisions under there, but there was this tape. I think it was like a soft, like sort of like jelly tape, and it had vitamin E in it, I'm pretty sure. And once these bandages come off, you just put that tape over the scars. I guarantee you it made the world of a difference. So I'm thinking, or I'm hoping, that I covered pretty much everything that there is to know. Some people might think I'm being a little bit dramatic. I'm a little bit dramatic when it comes to stuff like that, so at least if you got one thing out of that to help you, then I have done my job. So good luck with your surgery if you're getting it done. You're gonna love your new boobies. Until next time, I will think of a new video to do next. Any suggestions, please leave me a comment below of any videos that you would like to see me do. As I said, this is my first YouTube video, so I hope I have given you what you wanted. Do I say subscribe? Like and subscribe. I don't know, that sounds weird. I think that's what you do. Bye! I can guarantee you I'm gonna look back at this in a year's time and be like, oh, she did not know what she was doing, but